That's it. Simon Dunn, history in the making, furniture maker, carpenter, general all-rounder, I think.
Chippy.
Okay. Chippy. Hello, Simon.
Howdy. How you doing, Anne? All right?
I am, yeah.
Good. Well, I've actually been pretty busy these last couple of months, but I did manage to fit in making something just that I fancied having a go at. And so I've made this foot-powered, well, basically like a bandsaw. It's a sash saw. And I thought there are some examples of this as from the 17th century. Although there are some earlier drawings of bigger machines, water-driven sawmills, but as a wood-cutting saw, they're mostly for marquetry, inlay, that sort of thing. But, well, we can see what we can have a go with. I've been messing about with it for a couple of weeks, and I've got it to a point where it's working something like today. So if you want to come and have a look, I'll show you what I've got. So we've got, I was using a longbow to start with, but I've changed that for some strips of oak, because I didn't want to wreck my bow mainly. And that's provides the return power. We've got like a window sash in here, similar, greased up with some lard down the edges so it moves nicely. And a bit of bandsaw blade in here. There's the treadle is just a triangle of wood with a bit of string on down the bottom of the sash, and the sash, the saw blade even has a tensioner down here. I've made it so I can take it all to pieces to take to shows. And we thought that was the main idea of doing this. Just something a bit more interesting, or a bit more unusual than the run-of-the-mill pole lathe that is the usual hand-powered machine that you get at an event. So I've just to demo it a bit, I've just marked up a very simple candle box on a bit of chestnut. So we'll have a go, see if we can make this work. So I've had a little bit of a practice today. Quite a fine blade in this. I've found that this seems to work better than some of the others, at least for this sort of curves and stuff. I'm going to just tension it a little bit more. What we've got down here is I've got a bolt on here and a captive nut in here, so I can just draw that, tighten that up. Don't want to do it too much. I've only got thin pins on this, so we'll see how this goes. Get them right. This is the problem. You find you've really got to keep tight hold of it and not miss that rhythm.
This has only been going today, really, so it's very new.
It's just the sort of thing I normally do on the bandsaw. So I'm using the same tools, just different power.
Get great leg muscles.
I mean, if you had to do this in a vice with a pretzel, I can't see. It would certainly take you longer than this. It's certainly a sensible innovation. It does allow you quite a lot of fine control. Mostly. Get a bit too close, I can't see. Put the glasses on. Quite a lot of long boring cuts in this. It'll probably be done better with a hand saw, or certainly with a different blade in. But what I'll do is I'll show you what I've done with this and putting a different blade in. I think that's probably a better way. So I'm going to cheat and use this because I want to be fast. So I'll just undo this knot. That comes right out. I've got a handy little replaceable insert in there, like you can often do in this sort of thing. And then I can put a coarser blade in for doing these long cross cuts. So if I can do it fast enough to not be too boring. Use those. Now I just wish my own bandsaw, my real bandsaw, was as easy to change the blades off. There. That's not bad. That's not caught the blade though. This is the fiddle here.
Shall I show one or two items that we've got while you're fiddling?
Oh, that's it. It's gone in.
Oh, right. Well, we have trenchers here that we do. So we have the larger one, which is a sort of normal dinner plate size, and then we have the smaller ones. So it depends how ambitious you want to get with your meal. And they're in ash. I think they're all in ash. Yes. So, oh, sounds like he's ready.
Bolts the blade in this time. I find fast and straight.
It's a bit like patting your head and rubbing your tummy this. And you've got that to do.
That's made pretty short work of quite a long rib cut. It would have taken a couple of minutes for the hand saw, and it would have been difficult to clamp it as well. So you don't made that easy.
He's kept all his fingers.
Yes.
So, should we have a look at one or two of the bits of stock and then answer any questions?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
So, right, what we've got seeing at the moment. I only got a couple of bits out because I'm quite busy at the moment. So we've got these 15th century folding chairs with the back on. Those got a couple of these in stock in chestnut. They're 185 quid, I think. Sounds right. They're on the website.
And the period for those is
15th.
15th. Sorry, it's been a long day. It's been a long week.
And these 15th, 16th century again. This one's an amalgamation of 2 or 3 different ones, trying to make something that's a reasonable cost and that folds up nice and flat and is reasonably comfortable. There's a lot of them have a very steep, a very long, the back will come right the way back here.
We have those.
They'll end up like this, very short. In the seat.
We have those on our barnacle tree shop, and are they free postage at the moment?
Yeah, I'll carry that on from last Torm.
Yeah,
I think that's fair enough. There's some trenches that she showed you before, and there's nice brown oak. No, not really brown oak; it's just brownish. An oak chest, 16th, 17th century one. Little scalloped edges, hand cut mouldings. That's what I've got. I've got quite a lot. We've got a few more chests in.
We've got some tabletop chests and we've some
Yeah,
smaller,
we've got some little boxes.
smaller
I've not got
boxes.
time to do a lot of stock in the next couple of months, though. But if somebody comes up with an order, I'm sure I'll be able to squeeze it in.
So, do we have any questions? Would you make a Viking pole lathe? Was that Gail?
Yes, I should imagine so.
Yeah.
But yes, that's fine. As long as you don't expect me to deal with the pole, I'll make the block of the lathe and you can deal with the pole, because that's a matter of finding the right pole is really something for the user.
No, that's fine, Simon, because you have to keep finding new poles because they dry out.
Do. Yes, they dry out.
That's fair enough. That because you have to get a nice fresh one at least every year, and have a very big van to put it on top of.
Yeah, they vary quite a lot. I mean, I've seen people using really thin, whippy things, and you're really not going to get much out of them. But I've seen some people that really know what they're doing, and they're using one as thick as your wrist. But they got that was like Robin Wood. I've seen doing that, and he really knows what he's doing with a pole length, doesn't he? So,
thanks, Simon. That was great. It was very interesting to see that if you counted your fingers. You
I count them when he comes in.
Do you? All right then.
Well, there's only one plaster on at the moment.
I think that's what you call skill, actually, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, thanks for doing that. It was very. I'm sure
right.
I'm sure the living history people will be really interested in your new lathe, because it looks. I mean, is it portable? Is it something? I don't know. If that's a stupid question.
I've made it to take to pieces. I've made it so I can take it to pieces. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it all
I
comes
mean, I wasn't
apart.
thinking of making them for other people, but it is one of those things that I plan to take to shows. We do a lot of shows that are just really medieval, so you're not too worried about authenticity. But as long as some people have got something to look at, and it's not anachronistic, there's nothing in it that isn't available. And there are some, like I said, there are some drawings of some medieval ones, some 15th century ones, but these were sawmills, not.
Right. Well, that's great. Thanks for bringing us into your workshop. I really appreciate it. Very informative.
Thanks very much. It's a great workshop.
Thank you. Cheerio.
Right, bye, Simon. Thank you.